come now. Quick little alert as the convergence line and windstorm is coming off the Rockies over me for tonight's storm in the Midwest. You have major energy heading your way for that one tonight. Eyes open. Interesting use of radioscopes up next. Instead of capturing plasma on the other side of the universe, they pointed it at Io and did it during an eclipse by its massive host Jupiter. They were able to identify how the atmosphere changes, with the cold of an eclipse condensing volcanic gases, meaning that the strong detections remaining in the dark are indeed volcanic. Interesting end around on that one. The top 3 stories today start with one billions of light years away. Well, sort of. The 3 Harvard professors here on this one, telling us why the James Webb Telescope is going to do a lot to help us understand normal matter, but not much in the way of dark matter. I am forced to utterly agree with them, as I'm pretty sure they didn't give the scope an imagination or sense of humor. James Webb and the Vera Rubin Observatory are set to debunk dark matter within a decade. Folks, I'm very glad we recently went over the Earth's skeleton, the mantle structure extending up from the core boundary to the low velocity zone and then fingering up to the crust, and that's where we are today. They have discovered that it just takes a little bit of magma to make the plates move. For those who know the rationale behind expecting mantle heaving during the magnetic excursion and solar blast, this would be the smaller, more regular version of that. Good paper. And speaking of Earth's magnetism and the ongoing magnetic event on Earth, ever trying to abate panic on the fact that Earth's magnetic shield is collapsing, they made this Flux Lobe paper free to read. It is that same article from earlier in the year, just no longer behind a paywall, and once again their explanation is senseless. Doesn't explain the cyclical nature of the shift or the collision point of the magnetic pole motion tracks. Their version is garbage. End of story. But they did get this one graph right. The movement of the North Magnetic Pole, now having accelerated to make it over the top of the world, to now be heading south at Siberia without having made any turns. The acceleration is one concerning thing, but as I said, its path heads towards Siberia, then China, then the Indian Ocean, where the South Magnetic Pole is heading at a bit slower pace. We greatly appreciate your support. There is more on this in Chapter 8 of our textbook. There is an entire book we've got coming out about this at the end of the year. We made magneticreversal.org to help.